Hey, my friends, are you here? Welcome to another episode of Lively Conversations with me, your hostess, Paulette Rees-Denis. And it is Monday, November 8th, 2021. We are coming to the end of the year. How about that? Hey, but I'm so happy to be here with you today. So happy to have another lively conversation and happy to see you here. I know a lot of you see this after the fact, and that's totally awesome. I love to know that you've been here and that you were listening, and love to know where you're from and what's going on with you and what this entails for you as we keep moving forward with these conversations. So, hey, so today I wanted to talk about flying your freak flag. Flying your freak flag. And what does that mean to you? What does that mean? Hey, so we can go in a lot of different directions with this conversation. And as I see you coming in, my friends, you can say hello over in the comment box. I can't see it all the time, so I have to keep viewing on and off. Let me know where you're from and what's happening. That's so good to know that you're here. But meanwhile, I'll just keep talking because it's what I do. So, flying your freak flag. And so, what do I mean by that? Well, on and off over all my many years, I've always felt different. I've always felt kind of like the freak. I was a freak in high school. I always felt different. Some could call it the black sheep, some could call it the wayward child, the rebel. I like to think of myself as the sacred rebel. And so many times I feel like I didn't fit in, or my ideas were different than the norm, even though what the hell is the norm? Not even quite sure what the norm is. But I guess what I want to say to you, especially as your creativity coach, and for those of you who are new to this podcast, to me today, this is Lively Conversations with me, Paulette, and I am your movement motivator and your passion instigator. I run a global dance company. I am also your lifestyle and business coach for creatives. That means I work with you as an artist, as a creative, as a freak, as a rebel, as a sacred rebel. Because there's so many ways of doing things. There's so many rules, there's so many books. I've written 4 books myself. There's so many ideas, different patterns, different opinions. They're all valid. Everybody's valid. There's no right or wrong. It just depends on where you resonate, what feels really good to you. But I want to tell you that you fit in your weird way. You fit in your rebelliousness. And perhaps it's a way of not fitting in that you fit in, because we're all important and we all need each other. And I want your vision. I want your ideas. They're beautiful. They're different. They're vibrant. They're crazy. They're fucked up. They're whatever. But they're yours. And so I'm here to tell you to fly your freak flag. You can find a way to make yourself work, to make your visions, your ideas, your dreams come into manifestation, come into fruition, come into being, come into prosperity and abundance. No more days of the starving artist. That myth is busted. It doesn't work anymore, my friends. It does not work anymore, okay? You can be anything you want to be and you can make it work. You believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You want to believe in your ideas and your dreams and your goals, and that you can make them come into being. Because if you just think you're weird and nobody wants to know this stuff, then you're going to, disappear into the corner. But if you think you're weird and somebody's going to want to love this stuff, then you're right on. And I wouldn't be here today if I didn't feel that way, let me tell you. Like I started to say earlier, I was a freak in high school. I had friends all over the place, but I was the weirdo. And I danced every day, and I wrote, and I read mystery books, and I didn't fit in with any particular group, even though I had friends in all the groups. And then I disappeared, and I went to New York City, and I went to fashion school, and then I started working in photography, and then I went to San Francisco, and I went to art school, and I started my bands, and I was exhibiting art, and none of it was fitting into any book anywhere. And I wish I would have had guidance back then, like I have for you today. I did not have that guidance. I just believed in myself and that I was going to live this great life that I wanted to live. No one was going to tell me otherwise. No one could tell me that I couldn't do those things I wanted to do, because I knew that I really fucking wanted to do them. You hearing me? You hearing me, my friends? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Hello, Kajira. All right. We got someone coming in and saying hi. It's okay. So, and Kajira, I know you know what I'm talking about. You, Black Sheep belly dance, the same thing. And the same thing happened with my dance career. If anyone could have said, oh, you're not following the book. Well, first of all, there wasn't a book. And I wasn't mainstream. Not that a lot of things are mainstream, but I wasn't what other people expected. Let me put it that way. And I know I've said this to some of you before, but so I developed this style of belly dance, and I grew my students, my student base. I grew my troops and my tribe and my band. And again, no one wrote the book. No one told me how to do this. But I had some experience in the rock and roll world. I had been in rock and roll bands. I'd been in the subcultural tattoo scene, being a photographer. I was a writer, a poet, a crazy, blonde hair up to this big. And I was just doing where my heart was taking me. And I was going to figure it out. I was going to make it happen on my way, on my standards. Because I knew I couldn't fit into that mold. I couldn't fit into that mold. I couldn't put on a three-piece suit and do this thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I took my rock and roll background and I turned it into my belly dance troupe background, and we started doing these odd shows. Crazy, fabulous shows that another dancer performer might not think of going after. And I did them. I started developing a cult following. And our shows were packed. And we did these things that no one else could dream of. And me and my band did things that no one else had ever done. And that's not to say we were the only innovators. That's not necessarily true. But what was happening at the moment? Do you know what I mean? And things went crazy. It was the right time for my dreams to unfold. It was the way I was approaching. It was like, no one's telling me how to do this. I'm going to do it my way. And you're going to love it. And they did. But again, I wish I would have had help. I wish I would have had guidance. I wish someone would have given me some hints. Because it was hard. It was fun. It was fabulous, but it was hard. It definitely took its toll on me as the artist, as the creator, as I continued on in that lifestyle. And, oh, because you were saying, tell it, sister, hallelujah. But books can change. I'm busy pulling mine from all unsigned online sales platforms. Okay, that's a whole nother story. Okay, so, and that's just one little facet. That's one little facet. And yes, I put out a photography book. Then I put out a book about my dance world. Oh, I think I have it here. Tribal vision. It was my freaking vision. Okay. And then as I continued on to write my dreams and write my story, I became a poet. Well, I'd actually always been a poet, but I came out as a poet. And I put out a poetry book. I published it with my own publishing company. All my books. No one told me how to do this. I studied. I tried to figure out the best way to do things. But I was going to do it on my own. Again, sacred rebel. There could have been a smarter way, perhaps, back in those days. This is a lot of these, go back years. But I was bound and determined to do it. And that's what I mean by flying your freak flag. Your dreams have merit. They have importance. They have creativity. They have the ability to change people's lives. They have the ability to bring your life to a different level. Right? You got to believe in yourself. Yes, there are definitely actions to take to help you along the way. You can't just dream. Dreams just don't happen. They have to become something. Thoughts become words, become things. This is what I talk about in my journaling class all the time. How to get things out of your body and onto the page so that they can become real. You can join my journaling class on Tuesdays at 3 o'clock on Zoom and get some of those words out of your body. That's another little thing I'll tell you. And then my 4th book came out, From Soulless Job to Creative Abundance, and that's what I'm talking about. Where you don't want to do things that have no soul. You don't want to do things that don't touch your being, that don't touch your spirit and your heart. Sure, there's concessions to be made along the way. Sometimes you need that other job to start living your dream in this job. I've done that. Did that a lot. But I was still bound and determined to live my dream. I wasn't let anyone sucker me down. No one was going to shut me down. Even when I was 12 and they told me I didn't have the body to be a dancer, what did I do? I started a global dance company. Bam. Not because of that. Not because of revenge or being vengeful. Because I was bound and determined to live my dream. I knew how I wanted to be in the world. And sometimes we get confused and we don't know what we want to be in the world or how to shift into a new world or how to make changes. And so we settle for less, or we settle for comfort, or we settle for the not knowing what to do next. And honey, that is no way to be. Life is so full and so beautiful and so full of awesomeness and so full of people's dreams. Like, look at who inspires you. Look at who helps you move your needle. Or look at someone's poem that touches your heart, or someone's book that blows your mind, or someone's painting that, is crazy. Or a record, a recording, a music, a song that rips your heart out. You too have something to say. Your story matters. It doesn't have to be the President of the United States. It doesn't have to be a Hollywood actress. It's just you. Maybe you keep it to yourself, but it helps you move yourself forward. Maybe you share it with your family. Maybe you want to write a book and share it with the world. Do it. What are you waiting for? Fly your freak flag. Allow yourself to be seen and heard. Step into the unknown. Step out of your comfort zone. And like I said, I wish I would have had guidance along the way back 40 years ago. I paved my own path. And you too can do that. There are easier ways now. There are people who you can ask for help that I didn't have back 40, 30, 20 years ago. But since I have stepped into that methodology, that inquiry of how to do things, I have gotten so much help. I've hired a coach. I've been in masterminds. I've hired several coaches. I've had 3 at one time. Because I'm investing in myself and I'm moving myself forward, and I'm asking how is the best way to do that these days with these dreams, with these visions I have that are different, that are me, that I want to bring to the world, that I want to share with the world, that I want to make money on, that I want to grow my business with. And that's part of what I do now with you. Because I've done this, I can help you. I am your coach. And it's you believing in yourself and saying, now is my time. Now I can put this out there to the world. Now I want to share this. How do I do this? Well, you hire a coach. This is the way of the world these days. Coaching is taking over. You don't need a therapist. You need someone to help you move forward. Sure, you can release a lot of that old bullshit. Journaling is a good way to do that. Right? And what was it Kajira said earlier that I was nagging her, coaching her to journal. And I do have a weekly class called From the Body to the Page. That is a 1-hour journaling class online on Zoom, which is awesome. Awesome, where we explore our words, because what? Thoughts become words, become things. And you, my friend, need to have clarity with your words, with your thoughts, with your ideas, to put them into action, to give them life, so you can fly that freak flag. What's the word I'm looking for? It's oh gosh, it's totally out of my brain at the moment. Living on the fringe. Being that incredible, gorgeous, inspired, creative person that you are. Whatever your artistic medium is, whatever your creativity realm dives into, we need you. I want you. I want to see what you're doing. I'm here to help you, to uplift you, to support you, encourage you, and to show you that you too can do it, because I did it. I know. And I want you to know how important your vision is, and how great your freakiness is, your rebelliousness is. But rebellion can kill you, or it can bring you into the realm of manifestation. If you honor yourself, if you give yourself that kind of sacred time to be that sacred rebel. If you just want to be different, and you're going to fight the whole way, that's not going to support you. But if you believe in your different vision and you bring it forward, it is there for you. Does that make sense? To be that sacred rebel, to honor all that you are and all that your heart feels and all that your brain has swirling around inside, so we can get it down on the page and we can make it happen. You can make a map. You can make a magic action plan and set things into motion. Because you change your words, you change your story, you create the life of your dreams and you put your beautiful self out there to the world. Whew, okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm done. What are people saying? Because you're Pshaw. If you ever offer a journaling class earlier than 3, let me know. Hey, honey, if you really want it, you're going to do it. Okay? You're going to do it. So you come and join me at 3 o'clock and let's see what happens. Let's see if we can shake the ground a little bit. Oh, yeah. So good. I love seeing that. Seeing all the things that you're doing, all the ways you're changing and manifesting your desires. It's so juicy. And you know what? We are just one big, beautiful circle. We are all here to uplift each other. You surround yourself with the people who uplift you and who you uplift. Surround yourself with the people who are creating more change in the world for themselves as well. To be inspired and to get inspired and to live the life. To live the life, because ultimately we only want to feel good. That's all we're here for, is to feel good. To feel good in our skin, to feel good in our heart, in our soul, in our brain, our body, in our tribe, in our circle of connection. Don't let anyone drag you down or tell you you're not worthy, because you are. All right, my loves. Bam! I want to know what kind of freak flag you're flying. I want to see it soar. Let me know if I can help you. So as your lifestyle and business coach for creatives, I am here for you, and you can schedule that free discovery call with me and see if what we can do together is what's next for you. If I can help you step into your creative zone of genius, your abundance, manifest your desires, I am ready for that. So you can call that, schedule that call, and you can also join my journaling class on Tuesdays at 3 o'clock, and that's California time. I'll put all those links down below. It's all over my Facebook page and my Instagram pages. Paulette Rees-Denis here. www.paulettereesdenis.com. Please subscribe, join me, and I'll see you next week. All right. Blessings.